Newsflash! Dentists' earnings stay flat while dental insurance reimbursements decrease. Wait, we interrupt this broadcast for a special announcement. The cost of living is expected to rise as well. Hi folks, I'm Sean Crabtree.
And I'm Cameron Bailey.
We don't want to change the way you do business.
We want to change the way you're thinking about your business.
We want you to have better results, happier clients, and make more money.
Let's get it started.
And welcome into Dental Profits. I am Sean, your host, the show that comes to you every single week. As you know, with tips and tricks for you to have happier clients, better results, making more money, and enjoy the ride. Today we're talking about what seems to be all over social media right now, as if it's a big news flash, right? Dentists' earnings are remaining flat while dental insurance reimbursements are decreasing. Is this really news? Here's a better news flash. This is a special announcement. No one is responsible for your profitability but you. Certainly the insurance companies. If this is coming to you as a shock, then man, maybe it's time for us all to wake up, okay? The bigger news is not that dentist earnings are remaining flat and the insurance reimbursements are decreasing. The biggest news is this: the insurance company is not responsible for your profitability. Woohoo! You are responsible for your profitability. And so if you're looking for the insurance company to make you profitable, we got to switch that focus right now. Here's the other thing. You know, as I said in the beginning of the segment, everything goes up, right? Like you're not like the cost of living goes up. Are you going to be griping and complaining because the cost of living goes up and your earnings are remaining flat? I mean, the whole point is for you and I to put ourselves in a position to be able to outsmart the cost of living or outsmart the insurance or do what we have to do to be resourceful enough to maintain our own profitability. That's just the way the world works. And the reason we're talking about this is because, again, it is all over social media. You cannot get on social media in any sort of dental forum right now without somebody bringing up this topic. And oh, woe is me. And there's all sorts of complaining and whining and griping and so forth. Oh, my reimbursements are going down and my earnings are staying flat. That's just a part of business, right? You gotta roll with the punches. So, you already know that at the end of the day, your profitability and your earnings have nothing whatsoever to do with the cost of living or with whatever the insurance reimbursements are. If you don't yet understand that and you have absolutely chained yourself to the post of dental insurance and you see that the only way in the world that you are ever going to be able to continue to be profitable in business is to, make a deal with the devil, so to speak, with the insurance company, we got to broaden your horizon. Remember, gas prices will go up. You're still going to drive. That means you got to figure out a way, right, Mr. Producer? You and I were just talking about that. Gas prices are going to go up. You got to figure out a way that you can pay for the gas or else get another mode of transportation. But to sit there in the car and bitch and whine and moan because, the cost of gas is going up and you don't know how in the world you're going to afford it, dude, get out of the box and create your own way of thinking. When we come back, I'm going to give you 2 or 3 things that you need to do. You already understand that the insurance company is not responsible for your profitability. So you're in the mindset of, hey, I'm not going to buy into all this woe is me all over the social media, internet. I'm going to jump in and figure out a way that I'm going to be able to make this thing happen. And I'm going to give you 2 or 3 ways to do that when we come back. Stay with me. Yes, a 98% acceptance rate or better is possible. Yes, you can do it. And yes, it's not as difficult as you think, and I can show you how. I've created a course specifically to cover these topics. It's called the Dental Profits Academy. New patients, existing patients, dormant patients, exactly what to do, what you're trying to accomplish, and how to do it, and what role everybody on your team plays. Intake calls, chairside, financial arrangements, reinstatement calls, It's all there, step by step. It's online and you can learn it at your leisure. Go to thecrabtreegroup.com and click course for more information. So, what a great segue, right, into that particular topic. I mean, here's the bottom line. The facts are the facts. Gas prices at some point will go up. The cost of living is going to increase. And, you know, when you put all of your eggs in the insurance basket, then the insurance companies who are responsible for their own profitability are going to do things that are going to serve them. That's just the way the world works. So if the reimbursements are going down, you've got to put yourself in a position of, how am I going to be profitable? It's up to me. How do I create profitability in a situation like this? Well, you know what? Here's a couple of two or three things that I would tell you. And it's a great conversation after that commercial especially. If you are going to be profitable without, chaining yourself to the post of insurance, and then being your profitability being tied directly to what they do or don't reimburse, then you've got to put a big time focus on learning how to create value. And I want to say the word sales. Yes, I know. As you're driving down the road, you're listening to this and going, "Oh my gosh, I didn't get into dentistry to be in sales." Well, you know what? You got to buck up, little camper, because here's the way it works. Every single business is sales. Dentistry is sales. And if you don't want to be in sales, let's call it something else. Let's call it treatment acceptance. Let's call it, patient enrollment. Let's call it, we can call it all kinds of creating value, influence, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, it's sales. And you, my friend, are in sales. And your team is in sales. And that's just the way it works. As my friend Brandy says, you got to hug that, you got to love that, you got to embrace that, and you got to make that a part of, your focus on a daily basis. So, for you not to be in a position where the insurance company is dictating your profitability, the number one thing you got to do is embrace the concept of sales and learn how to create value for you and your entire team. At the end of the day, you don't get to do the work at the very highest level comprehensively until you can have the brain and the heart of the patient that owns that mouth see value in the work that you'd like to do. So number one, you've got to learn to create, you got to make it a focus to learn sales, creating value, treatment acceptance, whatever it is that you want to call it. Face the fact, you've got to learn it and you've got to make it a number one focus. Second thing you got to do is you've got to realize that your insurance company is a tool. Now, it may not have been, let me say that again. The patient's, the dental insurance company is a tool, okay? Now, it may not have been that way up to this point. It may have been your whole safety net. The insurance companies may have been your whole way of life, but that's not what it was designed to be. It's a tool. And just like anything else, it can be useful for you in your business if it's not what you rely on 100% of the time. This goes in line, this realization goes in line with the fact that I've got to put myself and my team in a position to go out and seek, embrace, and love on the concept of creating value and sales. I've got to realize it's not the bad insurance company. If you're pointing the finger at the insurance company because your earnings are remaining flat, it's not their responsibility, as we said a moment ago. Newsflash, it's not the insurance company's responsibility to make you profitable. It is a tool that you choose or choose not to use. And I'm not an anti-insurance company. I mean, in working with clients from British Columbia to Barbados and all over in between in North America, we've had lots of clients who use lots of insurance and lots of clients who don't accept any insurance whatsoever. If it's used as it was designed, which is a tool, it can absolutely benefit you. If it's the only trick you've got, okay, then you are absolutely relying on whatever the insurance dictates and whatever they say is so for your profitability, and that's not going to work. So you have to realize it's a tool, and you have to realize that you have a choice. You have a choice to what degree you want to dive into the insurance. You have a choice to what degree you want to accept the insurance. What kind of deals do you want to make, with the devil? And I've said that a couple of times, making a deal with the devil. I don't mean to imply that the insurance company is a bad thing. It's not. Again, it's a tool. But if it's the only bag you've got, then you are solely placing all of your eggs and your whole profitability in that basket. Remember, it is a choice, and you have the opportunity to choose whether you want to go all in on PPOs or how you want those relationships to look. But you can't do that unless or until you've done number one. You've got to make value creation, sales. You've got to make treatment acceptance, sales, a number one focal point. You can't begin monkeying around with your insurance relationships unless or until you've created a little bit of history where you can prove to yourself that you and your team have, at least, begun the process of learning how to create value, and your patients are seeing value in comprehensive dentistry. Then you can begin to unchain yourself. So what we're talking about here is dentist earnings are staying flat while insurance reimbursements are decreasing. That's just the way the world works. It's not news. It's just the way the world works. And there are several things that you can do about it. Number one, you've got to put a focus on learning how to create value. And it can't be something that you're just training on. It's got to be a focus. Something that you and your team are diving into every single day. And at the end of the day, you're taking case by case. Who came in today? What was diagnosed? What did they accept? What did they pay for? And how could we have done that differently? Second thing is you got to realize that your relationship with the insurance company is a choice. And you have the decision to make. Nobody is putting you in a straitjacket and forcing you to have relationships at the deepest level with PPOs and so forth. And your profitability is absolutely not chained to the insurance company unless you make a decision that that's the way it is. The number three biggest thing that you got to do is you got to get some outside help. This is what we've done for the last 21, 22 years all over North America. But you know what? You don't have to work with somebody like us. Go out and read a bunch of books. Jump online. Go to the library. Whatever. There's millions of ways in today's day and age for you to put a big time focus on these things and make it happen, in your business. Getting outside help is absolutely the best approach to be able to make it happen. Again, that outside help could be Google, it could be books, it could be anything. We have a video course. We coach people through this and have done this for a little over 2 decades. It's what we do every single day. We are heavily involved in walking through what worked and what didn't in every single situation. Recordings, all of that. I can promise you, somebody from the outside who is the expert in that arena can help you at the highest level, much more so than anything you can do on your own. But at the end of the day, you know what? You got to do something. You've got to get some help from somebody outside of dentistry, because again, you wouldn't be in this place if you already understood the value and how to do it and what it looks like and how to coach it and how to train for it and all of those things. So if you're upset about the reimbursements decreasing and how that's affecting your earnings, number one, put a big time focus on value creation and the concept of sales. Embrace it. Make it something that is, your identity. Number two, realize that your relationship with the dental insurance companies is a choice. You don't have to be totally in bed with every single PPO that comes down the pike. You decide what the reimbursement looks like based on your choice in the relationship. not the insurance company. And the number 3 thing is, if you understand everything else that I've said and you're ready to take control of your profitability, because again, the insurance companies are not concerned with your profitability, they're concerned with their own, and you should be concerned with yours. If you understand that, get some outside help. Reach out to us, reach out to somebody, read a book, buy a book, get online, something. At the end of the day, it's about happier clients, better results. It's about you making more money, and it's about enjoying the ride. If you are if you're hitching your wagon to the insurance company, and that's the way you see, over the hill on the other side of the rainbow to the pot of gold, I can promise you, it just doesn't work like that, right? Treatment acceptance and this concept of value creation is the only way to put yourself in the driver's seat. And by the way, when you put yourself in the driver's seat, you're also helping your patients, you're also helping your team, you're also helping your suppliers, you're also helping your profitability, you're helping your families, their families. Everybody wins. So, happier clients, better results, making more money, and enjoy the ride. Implement those 3 things, and I promise you that'll happen. You can find us at thecrabtreegroup.com. Is that the best place for them to find us, Mr. Producer?
Yep.
Find us at thecrabtreegroup.com. Reach out to us. We'll be glad to support you. I'm Sean. Thanks for joining me on Dental Profits. Have a great week.